Hey guys, so Tim Hansen did this challenge about a year ago, but I'm gonna do it better than he did, and let me explain that. So on Black Ops 3, there is a mod where you can spawn in on round 100 and you are given 60 seconds to do whatever you feel like before the zombies start swarming you. The objective is to finish the round by killing roughly 900 zombies, and that's about it. Tim in his playthrough completed like 3 of the 8 maps in Zombies Chronicles legitly, so today I'm just gonna do that, but better. Also, if you guys could do me a favor, head over to my community tab and give the new post a like. I got a really cool opportunity and it would really help me out if you do go and check it real quick. But back to video games, so as you can see already, I began on Knocked and the strategy right away is to reach for a Gobblegum, which didn't go well because I got near-death experience. I'm basically invincible now, but that doesn't really help me to kill any zombies. My perk setup wasn't great either because I ended up without Juggernog or Quick Revive. Literally my only hope now is to just play super cautiously while spinning the mystery box to try and get the Thunder Gun. And well, after only a few minutes, I ended up with the greatest duo since Vanilla and Chocolate, the Ray Gun and Thunder Gun. For the next about 10 minutes of the round, it went pretty smooth without me taking a single down. At this point, I'm probably 70% of the way through round 100, but the problem is I now need to swap out my Thunder Gun for a new one because I ran out of ammo. While doing that, I got the Annihilator, so for a bit of fun, I decided, you know what, let's pull it out, see if it can do anything, and I reset my fucking game. Yeah, so it's been a while since I played Black Ops 3 on PC, and I forgot that I binded my L1 button on my controller to quick restarts, because doing that for the Master Prestige No Kills challenge is much quicker than going back to menus, and yeah, I completely forgot that I did that. Fuck my stupid existence. Oh well though, I guess I just need to try it again. In this next game, I did get Juggernog, but still no Quick Revive. My Gobblegum was Power Vacuum though, so as long as I got the Thunder Gun, then completing Knocked was basically a guarantee. After about 10 more minutes of box spinning, I got it, and then spent another 15 minutes blasting through the very slow spawns in this map for an easy completion. 1 map down, 7 more to go. I was actually dreading playing Vrook because admittedly this is a map I play once every few years and I am terrible at it. Like, full honesty with you guys, no YouTuber filter here, I fucking suck at Vrook, so this was not going to be pretty. Right away, I did get near-death experience, but holy crap, my mystery box luck was just terrible. Once zombies began spawning in, I only had an RPK and no perks to speak of. Needless to say, that didn't really end up in my favor. The next few attempts were mostly the same until I got a decent attempt in with Juggernog and Quick Revive, but my clear lack of map knowledge really fucked me over and I had to restart again. In this next game though, pretty much everything went my way. I was given good perks from the Wonder Fizz machine, finally got the Wonder Waft from the mystery box, and I didn't die leaving the power room. At this point, I also worked out that you can actually get 2 free Gobblegums instead of 1 with this mod if you use the machine right as you spawn in. With that second one that I was able to get, I was given near-death experience G Verrucked. Or I would say that if I didn't run out of ammo and then spend 20 minutes taking down after down while running between electric traps in a desperate attempt to be done with this fucking map. And in a twist of irony, I didn't even finish round 100 technically, since a trap somehow game overed me on the last 3 zombies of the round because I refused to move out of the trap while I was getting back up from being downed. Fuck this map, let's move on. Shino Numa, more like this map is boring, am I right gamers? Once again, this map is going to be a struggle for me because, well, Shino is known as a super easy map on older games. In Black Ops 3, it actually becomes really difficult for a few different reasons. Firstly, the spawns are all really tight because it was originally only designed with 24 zombies per round on solo in mind, and in co-op, your team would mostly just camp. But on Black Ops 3, where I have 900 zombies in this round alone, it kinda messes things up a little bit. And, you know, I mean, it's also just the fact that the zombies don't horde as tightly as they did on older games. The world record on here was surprisingly low for a very long time because of its pacing, size, and just the overall difficulty with the Black Ops 3 hordes. Anyway, after about 5 attempts, I was able to secure a Raindrops Gobblegum along with the Wonder Waft finally. I had to use every single shot in the Wonder Waft 3 times while using the max ammos from the Raindrops, in addition to using the Flogger Trap like the old days whenever I had the chance. Map 3 out of 8 done. Thank God we're finally away from the World of War maps and I can move on to maps I enjoy more like Kino Dare Toten. And because this is an easier map, I want to take a second to say that on the whole, this challenge is actually a lot harder than I expected it to be. I think that's because as a zombies player, you're so used to having everything you need by round 10 or 15 at the latest, so when you're in a position where you can't kill any zombies to get them out of your way, it becomes really difficult. Most of where you struggle in this challenge is the setup, of course, and once you get everything, then it gets easier, but yeah, this really wasn't a cakewalk at all. Even on Kino, I failed twice and eventually ended up using an HVK with dead wire while running around in the spawn room to finish off the game. No thunder gun for me because I couldn't be bothered resetting, but let's pretend it's because I wanted to flex on you guys. That's still a different setup than I'm used to though, and I'm training in a different location, so it's one of those things where if you guys want to try out this mod, please go and do so. It'll be linked in the description. You do end up playing zombies in a really different way than normal, actually. By the way, did I say that I was glad to be rid of the World of War maps? Sorry, because I was wrong about that, because now I am playing one of the least fun maps ever made, ShangriLa. I would rather get a forehead tattoo of a QR code linked to 2 Girls 1 Cup than spend a few more hours playing this map. It is downright my least favorite Treyarch Zombies map ever made. Before this video goes from being maybe 20 minutes long to being an hour long, I'm just gonna skip a lot of the bullshit. It only took me 50 minutes of resets to finally say fuck it and just accept that I would be abusing near-death experience and take it down every single time I spun the mystery box. Because I somehow couldn't get the baby gun within 200 spins of the mystery box before that. Seriously, fuck this thing. Why is it so difficult to get? But once I was able to get the 71, whatever the fuck it's called, things sort of improved because I was finally able to do what zombies designed around, and that's fucking kill some zombies. I'm sorry, I just did not have fun with ShangriLa. Anyway, shooting zombies and making them tiny so you can punt them in the face is an inherently fun concept, but it's a shame that the only map it's ever been on just sucks. I want to stop talking about this map. 5 out of 8 complete. And the long slog through Chronicles continues because Moon is up next. I'm pretty sure something went wrong here, but we'll get there in a minute. I'll spawn, I was able to grab Juggernog and get raindrops from the machine, which is a really solid start to the game. After turning on the power switch and getting some guns, I headed back down to Area 51 for some pack punching where I came away with a dead wire dingo, turned on my M14, and haymaker with dead wire. Sorry, I meant fireworks on that actually. But it seems like a solid collection of guns until the problem that I explained showed up. I'm pretty sure that because No Man's Land is a forced round 1 and this mod contradicts that, trying to make everything round 100, it messes up the zombie spawn rate. I played Moon high rounds before and it's admittedly pretty slow, but it's never taken me close to an hour just to finish round 100. I even tried some faster strategies that typically allow you to go from round 1 to 100 in about 2 hours, and those were insanely slow compared to normal. I really couldn't figure out what was actually wrong here because, like I said, I went back down to Area 51, so if zombies were just stuck in a window somewhere, then it should have fixed it. And I also did get some drops like a nuke, so that should have fixed it as well, but nothing ever really did. This whole thing was weird as fuck, but I mean, I guess that's what happens when you use mods and the game just kind of gets confused. But I finally got it done and celebrated my pain ending by jumping off the moon into a crater. But things didn't get any better here either, because Origins might seem like an easy map to finish just one round on until you realize that opening up the main section of the map always is guaranteed to spawn in a Panzer Soldat right away. Trying to turn on Generator 4 while being chased by a horde of zombies that you can't kill and a Panzer who is hellbent on turning you into a baked potato and using you as a fleshlight is incredibly difficult. But that's only to just get one perk. I haven't even started talking about how to try to get fucking Pack-a-Punch yet. Oh god, it was just actually a tumor to do that. I needed to turn on all 6 generators, open up the mound area where Pack-a-Punch is, place my gun in the machine, avoid dying to the zombies, and then Pack-a-Punch it all again while being chased by 24 zombies. You literally can't get one pack off quickly enough to get away, so 2 is just a pipe dream, and that straight up is not happening. The only strategy that you can possibly play with is just to go as slowly as you can, bring the zombies over to Generator 5, sprint over to the mound, and just hope none of them despawned. In my 15 games that I played of this, in none of them I was able to get everything that I needed without going down multiple times, so it was just about time to abuse the shit out of near-death experience again. I'm gonna say it, I'm really not sorry about doing that, because this was the most frustrating thing. I just had to go through 2 really long maps, and then getting to Origins and finding out that there was no easy way to do this was just infuriating. So basically the strategy ended up being that I would take it down while I was spinning for abilities on my new gun, and once I was able to do that, I ended up with Deadwire on an MP40 and turned on a KN44. After that, I just started training zombies around a Generator 4, and that wasn't really optimal because usually you're headed to the bottom of the excavation site for this, but I just wanted to play with a bit of a fun little strategy that was high risk, high reward. Admittedly, I did take a few downs while doing this, but it was still more fun than just, anything to do with ShangriLa. Seriously, fuck that map. I can't get over ShangriLa, I'm sorry. After about, I would say, an hour, Origins was finally complete. Thank God we're heading over to the last map. Last but definitely not least is Ascension, which I originally planned on actually doing round 200 for this map, but the round skip mod that I was going to use wasn't actually working properly, so I guess round 100 it is. After only one restart, Pack Punch was open, guns were packed, and I was doing what you do on Ascension, which is just running in circles basically until you get bored. I was again about 70% of the way through the round when my game suddenly crashed. After playing for the last 5 hours straight for only 3 maps to be completed, I wasn't willing to do that again, but let's agree that I completed it. On the whole, between all the recordings that I did for this, it took me about 12 hours to do 8 maps. That is absolutely insane, and that's 12 hours of playing, not including all the pauses that I was doing. And I would say that Kino der Toten was probably the shortest of all those games, and that one attempt maybe took me 20 minutes to do. This is actually a really difficult and long challenge to get through. I know that if I had played round 1 to 100 on every single map, that would have made it much longer, but I'm not skilled enough to do that. And I also think it's a good way to just get to the meat of what you guys actually want to see, and it's the high rounds, because seriously, who wants to watch me set up on, a given map for another 20 minutes for the 8,000th time? Who cares anymore? If you guys do like the concept, I've got a few more ideas like this, so I mean, I'd appreciate if you guys left the video a like. And real quick, I do want to talk about something. I know that I haven't been uploading very much, and I'm genuinely sorry about this. There's just a lot going on in my life, and just videos are not so much on the back burner, but it's like just getting up and sitting down for 8 hours to do a video is just kind of, not, it hasn't been the thing that I've been able to do for the last little while, and I'm going to try to get more consistent again. I know I say this a lot, but I'm sorry. It's also just really hard to find new zombies content to make these days because Vanguard just fucking sucks. I literally haven't played Vanguard since probably the year started, and I haven't played Terra Meldick ass at all. Literally not a single time, couldn't be bothered with that game, just don't care. But there you go, that's me completing round 100 on every Zombies Chronicles map in 2022 better than Tim Hansen did. We all used the exact same gobblegums, except I didn't use round robin like he did for a few maps, and that deserves a like. Now go watch this video on screen about a really fucking cool Transit remake that I made a video on a few weeks ago.